Peter Pellandine. Peter Pellandine was an influential car designer and manufacturer in the field of specials/kit cars and steam-powered vehicles in both the UK and Australia. Biography. Pellandine worked for the prestigious British coach builders H.J. Maliner and Company, Ashley and Falcon cars. In 1955, he left Maliners to form Ashley Laminates in partnership with Keith Waddington. The name Ashley was derived from the name of Pellandine's then home Ashley in Woodford Green. Ashley Laminates premises were first in a small garage in Epping New Road, Lawton, quite close to Epping Forest. A year later the partnership broke up amicably split, and Pellandine founded Falcon Shells. Pellandine wanted to form a company he could grow and sell to enable him to emigrate. Falcon Shells was based at Waltham Abbey and later at Hatfield. It had the rights to the short-wheelbase Ashley 750, which became the Falcon Mk1, and the Ashley sports racer, the Falcon Mk Roman II. Pellandine moved to New Zealand with family in 1957 and setting up a New Zealand branch of Falcon Shells, whilst continuing to operate Falcon Shells Limited in UK. He returned to England via Australia in 1959 after closing down Falcon Shells NZ. It is probable that Pellandine licensed Bill Ashton, formerly of Micropolis and Weltex, and Ted George to continue making the Falcon under the Tiki brand in the 1960s. The Tiki is known to be based on the Ashley 750 body style. Pellandine continued to operate Falcon Shells Limited in England until he sold it in 1962 to Mike Mosley and emigrated to Australia. Australia and steam power. Pellandine continued his involvement in car design at Cherry Gardens, South Australia with Pellandine Cars, which he founded in 1970. Pellandine Cars sold the MC Mini and Volkswagen-based kit cars. During this time in South Australia, Pellandine conducted state-sponsored experiments with a steam car. The state was seeking a solution to deal with a smog problem in Adelaide. He even made an attempt at the world steam car speed record on an Adelaide track in 1976. His car was being evaluated at about the same time as Edward Pritchard's steam-powered 1963 model Ford Falcon was being evaluated by the Australian federal government. Pellandine moved back to England in 1977. Back in England at Thetford in Norfolk, he founded Pelland Engineering in 1978, which designed and sold the Volkswagen-based Pelland sports kit car. Pelland Engineering introduced its Alfa Romeo Alpha-Sud-based Pelland sports kit car in 1989. Pellandine's design was sold to Ryder Cars in 1980, then to Graham Autos, and then to Lister. Lister remodeled the car and sold it as the Dash, 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 the Dash, as the Dash. From 1990, Dash Sports Cars built the remodeled car, but in the mid-1990s Richard Bell acquired the rights and moved construction to Dana Point, Southern California. Pelland Steamer. Returning to his interest in steam-powered cars in the 1980s, Pellandine created, with Pelland Engineering, the Pelland Steamer. He hoped to break steam car land speed record, but was unsuccessful. The MK Roman II is on display at the Lakeland Motor Museum in Backborough, Cumbria. Pellandine moved back to Australia in the 1990s, where he continued to develop the steamer, the final version being the Mark Roman IV. Pellandine died in Tasmania in December 2012.